Yeah. It's your boy Czarr, all rights reserved. We in the building. You already know how I rock. Look, check this out. Czarr versus a cult and a cult. See, there was a lot of things that happened. I'm not giving too much detail into it because now it's something of the past. I chatted with my guys about it. I don't understand where it came from. Here, let me get into this. There's been different things going on. So my team has noticed certain people hanging around, and respectfully, they called their team up, and they were like, "Yo, there's randoms around." Their team showed up, everything dispersed, as it should be, as it would be when you see that. Oh shoot, you know what I mean? This is this person. The thing about it is, I chatted up with my guy Chris A, and I agree. There's something he said that I fully agree. He was like, "Is this some cult influence?" You know what? I do agree. What I want to ask is this some type of adversary of Tentacion taking to the way I spoke about this? Now, here's why I'm saying it. The questions I asked were simple, referring to what else? The Tentacion series. And they didn't answer it. Not only didn't they answer it, they took to it with anger. They took to it with some type of system to prove something. Now, I'm confused because the first question I have is, what did I do to you? They create something I've done that they claim I've done to them when I don't even know of their existence. I'm asking the question. But then twist it and turn it to something else. But lo and behold, I don't hold grudges. I don't do that type of stuff. So I move on with it. Now I want to bring something else up. I've been looking into certain information, looking into certain things. And off of that occurring, let me ask you guys this. There was something in particular that caused this type of situation. And I got to bring this up to y'all. So I want to hear from you guys. In the comments below, I got to ask you, what is the emphasis and reasoning speaking on at all about FBI would be put into this? Now remember, in the series, I only mentioned them once. It wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't even in a way to say, oh, they're involved in this, they're doing this. It wasn't. Do you remember how I spoke about it? We were talking about Miramar, okay? And we were talking about that they should be on the case because of what's going on with the officers influencing him. What makes me and leads me to this frame of thought, that the main issue is that there's someone who deals with that level of influence within a lawful setting that doesn't want something exposed. Now, could I be wrong? Of course. But I'm picking and choosing out the moves, words, actions, reasoning, and what I spoke on when I spoke on it when things began. See, that's the thing. I'm already in touch with certain people, so I know what circles you're not a part of. So I asked them, do you know this guy? Nah. And anyone who watches this series to say that, oh, you have to be police. You know when someone says that they stick out. They're not part of us. We already know that because these are subjects I addressed episodes ago. Like I addressed in full armor, flat out there. I said, yes, I have my agents. Now, I didn't tell you whether my agents were military. I didn't tell you where my agents are from. I didn't even tell you if one of them could be FBI. But if it is, they're not influencing me in the way to do something. I'm speaking on my own behalf. But do they have my back in certain things? Of course. Why wouldn't they? Do I rock with them a certain way? Shout out to Behind the Bar. Go over and subscribe to Behind the Bar. He has a lot of entertaining receipts. He's definitely an entertainer on his way. And let me say this to you, Behind the Bar. I tried to call in on your live. Let me tell you this. Lansky, you reported that. Stop playing around. If you hold a grudge against Face, I know you hold a grudge against Shammy. He sat you down like his son. And he was like, stay there. That's how he treated you. And you don't hold a grudge? Really? You just called out Maine's name, and I wasn't going to speak up there because I said, you know what? I'm going to do one better because I have a platform. And here's what's crazy. You were bragging about numbers a few weeks ago. You ain't bragging about them anymore, are you? He called you out before the fall of Lansky. I talked about it. Yo, what's crazy? Meyer Lansky, you mirror his existence. He was going from team to team. What did you do? You went from team to team. He was trying to find who has the biggest influence, get in with them. What did you do? You literally embodied. It's crazy. Oh, word. Yeah, I didn't know. My fault. I was trying to call. I tried to call like 3 times. I was like, shoot. But Lansky embodies Meyer Lansky's existence. Y'all go check out the biography. That's how he lived his media life. It's crazy. You can't make that type of stuff up. You really can't. I was saying to myself, that's crazy. How do you live out the very existence of someone? It's almost mind-boggling. If you haven't seen his biography, Lansky, check it out. You can't deny you did this. Literally, you did this. Trying to talk to the bosses behind other bosses' back. Setting up other dudes. So for me to see you mention Maine as the guy who's responsible, you know that's a lie. You know that's a lie. They made up. The next week you come try and reignite it. Cool. We could have did the same thing with you and Face. Yo, Face, go check Lansky again. He's talking. You might have to run down and slap him again. We could have did that. I could have did that. Been like, yo, Face, he needs another slap. He's talking crazy. We could have did that. That's sucker-ish. And here's my thing. For you to have been a part of the haters' platform and for you to move that way, shame on you. Shame on you, Lansky. Shame on you. You know he wouldn't condone you moving that way. I mean, let's be honest. This is all facts. You're the same guy recording conversations. I just had a conversation today that would have made a great video, but he did not want to be public. I didn't record it. I let him talk to me. He sent me receipts. That's the end of it. You record conversations. What did the hater say to you? Don't ever record me again. I'm not with the... He almost got rid of you. What are you doing? You move that way, but we're the ones funny style. Okay. You were copping, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to record conversations without people knowing it. You don't know your consent laws in certain states? You're not in a state that has a consent law where you can record me without me knowing and reuse it. Keep that in mind. But you were still recording. For what? It really makes me... Now that I think back to that, man, be careful of that. This guy records conversations. Then he's going to drop your name when you and Shammy made up. Shammy, you don't think he's hating off your views? You don't think he's hating off your views? Old man Bing Bing. You don't think he's hating off your views? You're mistaken. You don't think he's hating? You're mistaken. He's hating those views. What's up, Andre? Was XXX your favorite rapper or something? What do you think? Do you think he's my favorite rapper? Did you read the title of the video when you came in, Andre? Did you read the title of the video? Probably didn't. You don't sound like a reader. Come on. You don't sound like a reader. Andre, you weren't here for the whole series, right? How'd you get here, Andre? You just seen it pop up? Or are you somebody else hiding their real name? Let me ask you that. Is there a cult influence that tried to submit themselves? Now, here's my thing. I don't care about what cult you have, objectively. But when you use it to create a character around me, put up a video, adding a narrative you know ain't true, we got issues. As we always will. We always will. That won't change. That doesn't change. How many times did I tell you nothing stops the show? Who stops the show? I do. Nothing stops the show. Cold question mark. That was heavy. That was heavy. That was heavy. You know, and I agree. Yo, if it's a cult influence that wants to try and attack my character, that's cool. They called me the son of Satan. They called me the son of Satan. Really? That's what you think? Because I want to see justice of a suspect? What does that make you then? If I'm the son of Satan because I want the real suspects who committed this crime caught, what does that make you? That's very curious. You see the logic in it? When something lacks logic, and again, we got the attempt at distractions, they ain't talking about, yo, if I could tell you what they're talking about, it ain't shit. He ain't talking about nothing. Hope you calling the cops. Like, what the fuck? What's wrong with him? Hope you're calling the cops, son. What is he doing? And you know I don't play around with him. I don't play with him. These guys run when the cops come. I ain't running nowhere. What's up? And I'll keep it running. Live is still be running. I bet you. And I'm going to ask him, what do you want? And I'm going to tell him to mind his business. What is he going to say? Oh, you can't be a free man. Racist. Anyways, my point is, you publicly seen what it is I deal with behind the scenes that I don't talk about. So when I bring that stuff to you, all they did was make me right. Honestly. They say stuff behind the scenes, but then publicly try and put on a show. I don't do that. I don't do that to them. Listen, matter of fact, I ask a question and they take it somewhere else. I put things out, they take it somewhere else. This is normal. The one person who stood authentic, Geneva and her friend, till this day, there's no other woman around X that I can say is more authentic other than his mother. There's no other woman that was more authentic. Funny, Geneva was the one he loved the most. Ain't that funny? The one he loved the most was the most authentic. That's sickening. And it really is a slap in the face to who's claiming to be the baby mother. That's a slap in the face to you. She's more authentic than you, and you're claiming that you were the last. That's crazy. That should hurt. That should hurt your heart. Like, man, what's wrong with me? Yo, R.I.P. to XxTentacion, bottom line. R.I.P. XxTentacion, 3XXTentacion. And that's a playlist. And we still building the case. Because they want to be silent. I wonder if these guys got to Geneva. No, I do not think they got to Geneva. And from the information I have, no. I think she's moving smart. And she's sticking. You know, people tried to tell me she was talking about celebrating her birthday alone. That's right. You want to know why? Because when you can't trust people and you got funny style people around, you don't know whether to celebrate it with someone else or to be more safe doing it on your own. That was the smart thing. That was smart. That was probably the smartest thing she did. How do you know they're not trying to set you up on your birthday? How do you know? She said, I'd rather celebrate it alone to my own detriment and enjoy it. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? I'm not even mad at the business you do. Fans only is your business. That's what you do. I'm not mad at that. I'm just mad that you had to be more authentic than the rest. That's what makes me mad. That makes me upset. Because I'm like, these people are doing the most. How authentic are they? What is their aim? What is their motive? You see how they all criticize what we do here, but they say nothing to those directly slandering him. Nothing. You say nothing. Matter of fact, you can't show me one receipt with the people doing this where you said anything. You sit back, which tells me you have a motive, or you have vested interests. Do you get that? Do you get the logic in that? You gave yourself up. You have a motive or vested interest in seeing the bad in this situation. That's all it is. They're like, why are you profiting off of it? Why are you posting pictures referring to him if you don't care whether it's solved or not? That's the biggest question. Something happens to someone you love. It never gets solved. What you say, oh, well, they didn't solve it. Oh, well. Is that how you feel? These guys only care when it's something related to them. They don't care about anything else. We carried the series. I was the first YouTuber to speak out. Think of the millions and millions of YouTubers. I was the first. I didn't say I was the biggest. Didn't say I made the most money in the industry. I said I was the first. So they can do nothing but put respect on my name. They can never play with my name. Are you serious? You can say what you want, do what you want. Here on this platform called YouTube, you can never do battle with me. They know I was the first. Your favorite YouTuber called me. Your YouTuber's favorite YouTuber called me. Are you dumb? Stop playing with me. When you know what the deal is, don't play with me. I don't play with these guys. Mr. Sit Around got his girl riding him around in a free courtesy car. Don't play with me. I told him, call the cops then. You got a problem, call them. See, my brothers know that's my favorite saying. Call them. Facts. Call them. What are they going to do? What are they going to say to me? Oh, you're on your phone, yeah. Yeah, I'm on my phone. What's up? What does that mean? What does that mean? That's how I say a lot of them are funny style. There's so many funny style people around me. Like, it's not even fun. They're not from here. You're not even from here. What are you talking about? You're not from here. You're visiting. Act accordingly. What are you talking about? Play your position and everything will be all right. You're not from here. So don't come around me acting funny. I don't have to, guys driving by. Oh, y'all missed it. Dude in the car drove by a few weeks ago, said the N-word, and I never seen someone drive so fast after. He says it, pulls off. The way he drove away, it was so heinous, he would have hit anybody walking. And you want to know what's funny? Officers weren't around for that. I wonder why. See, I know trash and a badge. I get that. Sometimes it goes hand in hand. But that doesn't stop the method. That doesn't stop the wisdom. That doesn't stop the mission. Are you dumb? In my queen's flip voice, are you dumb? Really? You thought that would stop the mission because some guy drives by and he's racist? He ain't living around here. He wouldn't scream that if there was a crowd. It's how you would behave when there was a bunch of people around. It's not how you would behave normally. It's how you behave when a bunch of people are around. When you're outnumbered. That details your behavior. But see, these guys take advantage of that. I don't. I defend mine however I have to. I don't care what's going on. Someone wants to defend their bad behavior, let them try. Let them try. We don't play with that. Not worried about a 12-year-old wearing a cop uniform, built like 12. I ain't worried about him. What are you talking about? Now back to what I was saying. Since the crowd dispersed, tried to have a conversation and interrupt me, then tried to get on the phone and talk loud. Like, stop showing off for your girl. Knowing you ain't stepping out the car, my dude. Like, what's wrong with them? Like, what's wrong with them? Then still looking over like a jilted lover. Like, yo, don't approach me. Don't come near me. You see me, say nothing. That's the way that works. I don't play around with y'all. Y'all be on that funny stuff for real. And I ain't playing with you. I'm not your guy. I don't know what's wrong with him. That's why I do it out here. I want to show y'all how weird these guys really are. And they want respect. But they're weird. All he needed was panties and a bra, and that would be her homegirl. For real. You ain't no boyfriend. You're a homegirl. Stop playing with me. Now stop playing with me. I know you. Stop playing with me. Character's funny style. Anyways, you saw the cult-like references. You seen it. You seen the behavior I've dealt with over time. Here's what I'm telling you now. And I'm going to be first to say this. I'm looking forward to getting back with XxxTentacion and talking about some receipts I was sent. I want to talk about some receipts I was sent because they're heavy, yo. They're heavy. And it has to do with the sound-alike effect that we've heard with Tentacion. We're now finding that I have a person that has sent me receipts to prove, and what he is saying is that he's not had his music stolen once, not had it stolen twice, but a total of 4 to 5 times he's had music stolen. He showed me his receipts since 2017. They were stealing his music. He showed me this. Not only did he show me this, he proved it to his detriment of his proof. And he said, look, I'm not lying. Showed me the page with someone else playing a song, showed me his old receipt of him actually creating the song. Heavy. That's heavy. That's some heavy stuff. I can't even argue it. I can't argue it. Objectively, I'm like, wow. He's like, dog, I was young. I'm still young. I put my trust in people. They violated my trust with my music and claimed it as theirs. Then tried to directly make me seem out I was lying. He's like, I'm not lying about this. Me and him talked for a good 10 to 15 minutes. He's like, dog, I have nothing to lie about. He was like, I stand my ground on this. He said, I let these guys eat off of me. He said, I make so much music, I let them eat. He named 2 other people that stole his songs and went to prove it. Has the ability to prove it. He said, I sent it in emails. If I'm sending an email to a person and I can confirm both emails, and my agents can do that. They can confirm emails and whose email it is. Whether you get rid of it, whether I can still confirm it once we know it. If what he's proven is true, that's crazy. So everybody we're listening to that would sound alike is one and the same person is what he's saying. He's saying that's why they sound alike, because it's all me. He's saying it is all him. That's what he's saying. Any of these snippets you're hearing with the music, he's saying it's me. That's why it sounds like him, because it's me. Get a bit deeper. Because you know it gets deeper. Oh, all rights reserved, it gets deeper. He's told me, and he's going to prove it to me when we talk a little later. He's going to show me something. X was really my homie. He said that was really my homie. He said none of these guys know X. He said I know him. We go back. Heavy. That's heavy. Because I never had a person blatantly say, I'm a musician. My influence came from X, and that was my homie. We were good like cooked food. We were good, man. That's my dog. So not only does this person have a past relationship of the late Tentacion, but the music he's made has been taken by people, is what he's saying. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, again, he showed me some receipts, and he's like, yo, he said what hurts me most is that these guys didn't know X. Me and X grew up. I knew him. That was my homie. But they want to take his sound, not to carry the mission on, but to gain clout off of it. And he said that's not why we did music. It was for the love of music. That's why I let them keep those songs. And I made more. I travel making music. That's what I do. That's his life. Traveling, making music. So I don't know why these guys kept the music, are using it to push it. I don't understand that. He was like, but whatever they have, they can take it. But I am the original. I am the one. That's crazy. And what's even crazier is if he's making this claim as heavy, with some of the proof he provided, it's showing him sending music to people. That's what's hard for me to get by. He's sending the music to people and it's getting copied. Now again, this is not Broly 500. It's not. He even said, I can't speak for Broly 500. He's doing what he's doing. Got this weirdo behind me. Like, what is he Like, yo, this is crazy. I just seen him down there. Why is he behind me? That's what this hook's for. I know I got this. I got a mean hook. Go ahead and play. I got a mean hook. Your phone conversation to end fast. Stop playing with me. But this is what I'm saying. The bottom line is he's saying they took it from me. They took it from me. That's crazy. That's great. Guys, I want you to think about what that means. Like if there was a Czarr sound-alike and what you heard were videos coming out like this, but you didn't see me on the screen. You'll be like, oh, that's Czarr talking. Your screen's messed up. I was like, yeah, I know. I got to get something new. But I kept releasing without showing myself. That would make you think, like, is this really Czarr? Is this really him speaking? Or is this someone else? That's the way he's showing it. Like, yo, this was my homie. So me sounding like him, it's only right. But these other guys, they are fakes. I sent them music. He said I was young. I sent them music to put on their platform so I could get noticed. But they took it as theirs. That's what he's claiming. He says, I know all these guys. Basically, he said you could say I created it. Now, one song in particular of someone, and I'm still going over it. I got to go over it with people. He said, you see how this person's song just dropped about 9 to 10 weeks ago? He said, boom, tell me about this. He showed me a song from 2017. The same song from 2017. Like, I made this, dog. This is mine. He's like, I wouldn't lie about this. He said, listen, all I got is my integrity. All I got is my integrity. He said, you reached out to me, and I did see, look, I want to apologize to him. You were trying to reach out to me for a little while. I was getting so many messages in, I couldn't keep up with it. But I did see it. You were trying to reach out. So respect to you for that. And he's like, look, man, I'm not lying. Showed me the receipts. I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't know what to say. The receipts, I can't argue. I don't have a position to argue them because he filled in the blanks. He answered questions I didn't even ask. Then he went into himself like, yo, I've been doing this a while. He was like, I'm young, I'm only 17. I'm in the game. He was like, that was my real homie. That was my dog. He was like, it's just weird people are using my talent to sound like him when this is my talent. I can't argue it. He showed me the same song. And he does it a certain way. His voice, when he talked to me, it matches up. His voice matches up with the song I'm listening to. So I'm like, yo. Plus, he caught a cosign from a good friend of mine's before I even spoke with him. It's hard to fight, man. It's hard. He caught a cosign from a good friend of mine's before me and him even spoke. It's like, what can I say? I can't argue that. This person told me, yo, he's the truth. Someone else followed up, random, he's the truth. I talked to him. He shows me I am the truth. He was like, all I got is my word, my integrity, and my bond. And he's like, I stand on it. That I am the authentic dude making this music you hear. He was like, bottom line, I'm going to be real with y'all. The reason the argument won't go down, he's like, I'm at an emotional point where I reached out to some of these people, so I don't even want to go live with them. He said, any receipt you ask me for, I'll show you. He said, but ask them to explain this. So I can't, it's hard. It's hard for me to do. I can't, because, he stood true to his word. You know, at first I was like, he stood true. He stood true, man. This guy is no other than Lvxy. Lvxy stood true to his word. And Lvxy is spelled Lvxy. He said I had to change my stuff up. He has 18,000 plus followers on Instagram. Is this the truth? 18,000 plus followers on Instagram, standing as the truth, on his word, showing me receipts. So where do I go from here? I can only hear everybody else out and see what receipts they show. And he's like, dog, I live my life with the music. So if he lives his life with the music, spends his life traveling and recording, is he standing authentic on his music or not? And again, when I get his permission, I'll show the receipts. But for now, he wants me to just look over him and tell him what I think. I have to keep doing that. I don't have an answer yet. So when you ask me about this, I can't answer that yet. But is he looking real? Is he being true? I don't see where he's lying. And I talked to him for a minute. I'm going to be real. It sounded like X. He's like, that's my dog. It sounded like him. Same mannerisms, everything. It sounds like him. So it's hard for me to even deny it. I'm like, dang. I was shocked at how he sounded like him. I was like, yo. I was like, this is the Twilight Zone. For real, though. I can't make this stuff up. Like, it's crazy. We talked for a minute, too. Like, and again, I want to apologize, y'all. He was reaching out to me. He hung in there. He was reaching out for a good 2 weeks to a month. He was. You know, I'm not on Instagram 24/7 to see those things. And the notifications, they're weird. You see how weird the notifications are for my YouTube. Like, I don't get all the notifications like I should. But he was making the move like, yo, Czarr, yo, you can't talk to me now? Like, yo, check it out. So that's why today I had to do that. And here's the thing, Thomas. Here's what makes sense. If he's been rocking with him as long as he said, and you two are making music together, you're going to have similar traits. Like, if I'm in the booth with someone, we're going to have similar traits develop depending on how we want our song to sound. So that's the thing. The only thing that could possibly break me saying, oh, he didn't know him, is if I tried to put scrutiny on, why don't y'all got a song together? But things happen. X blew up. He could have blew up, moved on, and this guy was like, I'm going to take my own path because I'm not going to get it off your back. A noble thing. Listen, and this is a fact. Anybody that knows me knows this is a fact. We had somebody famous blow up around us, okay? And one of your favorite Philly rappers he produced with, made beats for. You guys all loved what he produced. You loved it. All of you did. It's still talked about to this day. He blew up. But here's the thing I know. His grind was inhuman. I can't name to you another person whose grind was like his. I'm being honest. The way he made beats, the way he made music, no one moved like him. Now, this is back in the day. No one was moving like him. Not one person was moving like him. And I knew he was. I used to tell him. Now they get loud because I come over. Like, she wasn't talking at all. Like, they were just sitting there enjoying the weather. Now she went. So we hit it back up. Just a alert. Weirdos around me, yo. I'm heading back up to weirdo lane. So just hold out with me. His grind, it was nothing like anything I knew. Yo, his beat, the way he makes the fastest, sickest beats that I ever know. I've never seen someone make beats that sick in less time. And I brought him, listen, I tested him, okay? Because I was like, there's no way you're making beats like this. I brought him over 30 samples. 30 samples. He took 3 of the samples, and within an hour, the beats he made, till this day, I don't know what he did with them. They would blow your favorite producer out of the water. Not trying. I haven't heard someone make beats like this ever. He's so dope. He's so dope. For real. And you know, I never speak about another man like he's the greatest thing. This dude, his beat making ability is the make or break of future careers. I'm not name dropping him and stuff because I don't know what he got going on. But one of your favorite rappers, off of the beats he produced and put together for this guy, he took the game over. He did. I'm not going to tell y'all, but that's my knowledge from here. He took the game over. He didn't just enter the scene. He was the newest thing. He set himself aside from every new upcoming rapper at that time. And his name was right on the album. I wasn't shocked. Do you know how many people were shocked? I wasn't shocked. I watched him sit there for hours, sometimes for days, and make beats. He formed this craft. He deserved it. I wasn't asking to be put on. I knew he deserved it. Even when I was on his beats, I'm like, yo, I used to, when we would stop, I'm like, yo, you're going to be big. That's all I could think. That's all I could tell him. I was like, you're going to be big. None of your favorite producers at that time had ish on him. Until this day, they still don't. And I'm not going to name the one group that produces that could rival him, because if I ever wanted to get beats, I get it from them otherwise. But there's very few, man. Let me tell you this. I know your favorite rapper. I'm not going to name him. I know he paid him. He came back different. Everything new. Everything new. As he deserved. You get me? And a lot of people sometimes, when you're making progression and doing things a certain way, they don't like to see you get what you deserve. Meaning what you work for. Not off the back of others. Not off the back of others. What you work for to earn and you deserve, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I seen people work to that level. I seen the unending work he put in. Same work I put in here, man. It's a difference. So if someone ain't hating you, you ain't doing something right. You ain't doing something right. And I respect that opinion. Thomas said, I don't care if no one says the government has something to do with X death. You believe they do. That's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. But let me say this. Even with that known, we need proof. The proof I have of funny style people around, I brought that to you one after another. No one has called them out yet, but me. No one called them out. No one. If I hit in a song at Thomas like, yeah, after Thomas is gone, yeah, Thomas was in the car and this, and this. And I joked about it in a song and called it art. Why would I expect no one to call me out? How would I be cool to do that, slide by, and get respect? That's a sucker move. No one's calling out sucker moves like they glorify it. It's weird to me. That's what's weird to me. Like, how could you do that? If I was your homie and I held you down, how could you do that? How? It's almost heart-wrenching. How could you do me like that? Then talking about hitting my girl when I'm going, like, how could you live your life that way? That's what we witnessed. What else did we witness but that? That's exactly what we've all seen. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what's crazy. And no one calls it out. No one says anything. No one complains. Nobody's doing anything but sitting here trying to point out FBI, government, this, that. I hear you. But how about we address the receipts we have of people sending money to her? I still haven't seen all of you go on there, ask him why he sent her money. None of you did. You think he answered me? No. Unless he was on a fake account. But by that time, who cares? Because they couldn't answer it. And all they did was try and wait for the time to try and report the video to get it removed. And I'm also going to come back with that if I got to. Yeah. Now, Thomas, we're getting there. I fully agree. If instead of recording him like it's World Star and you called for help, he may still be here. He recorded him. Because the first thing they do, they don't call for help for you. They want to record you in the car, last moments. That's why I really want to see the video of who was following him around the store laughing at his jokes, aka a witness named Victor. I'm still waiting on that. Where's that video at? Begging for a picture. Let me get a picture. Oh, can I get a picture? Go to his car. Can I get a... You want to know something I thought about that's strange? If I denied you a picture inside, why would you go to my car and wait to ask me for a picture? How thirsty are you for a picture? Or were you thirsty for him? Not trying to make people uncomfortable. Were you thirsty for him? And he was like, get this weirdo away from me. Were you thirsty for him? Let's be real, Victor. Were you thirsty for him? Now, I could bring up the receipts I got of you and some strange comments you made. Did you want him? And because he wasn't rocking with you, you felt some sort of way? Now, I already got your little friend you went live with admitting that somebody who is your beloved sent you there. You didn't know to go there. They sent you there to go there. Why? Because he said, oh, your biggest crush is going to be there. Really? Oh, let's go. Yeah, you were getting a jet ski fixed. Where's that receipt? Still no answers. Still crickets on that. You see how you can't fool me? Let's say everything I said is totally opposite. You can't fool me on the logic. You can't fool me on the logic. That's illogical. You just did a fake interview speaking about seeing him, said you followed him around in the store with no video to show. You gave yourself away. Said you heard his last words. Thanks, Thomas. You're on the money. You heard his last words when you were running away, Stretch Armstrong. You were running away and you heard his last words. Really? Can someone... This is a mystery now. Now we got a mystery on our hands. If I'm running away, what ability allows me to hear everything happening? Unless you were part of it. You see how easy that is? Oh, okay, you're a part of it. You know what they're going to say and do, right? Funny. Then, I already looked back at that video of the red mask guy. I think that's fake. That's a disruption. The red mask guy laughing about it, that was a disruption to take the mental off of a witness named Victor doing a fake news story saying he heard the last words, saying he showed up for a jet ski that I saw was fixed. Show me name the color of the jet ski that was broken. That's your make or break. I dare you to name the color of the jet ski that was broken. You know I got those pictures, right? Tell me which one was broken because I seen it getting used. I dare you to tell me which one was broken. That's going to be your destruction. You say the wrong color, say the wrong color jet ski. Please, please do that. Yes, on the backside, I've been doing deeper delving into you. I really have. And now I'm finding out you got some strange relations, Victor. You got some strange relations. And it goes full circle. Even back to a relation to a female that we seen going earlier. Very strange, Victor. You want to know what? Remember how I told you guys love, jealousy, revenge were 3 topics? What if all 3 were at play? Was it jealousy that you couldn't get close as everyone else? Was it the love of the rapper's music? Or did you show up to try and love something else and he looked at you like you were an alien? Like, what? Revenge because of something in the past? Was that it? Very strange how I don't see you on any witness list and you came out first telling the most. I never forgot. Now, randomly, we see the fake newscaster getting locked up for some stuff that's crazy. That you know she's going to be locked down. You know that. She getting locked up for something crazy. That's a fact. It was some class A felony type stuff. Like straight up, like she about to do time. She about to do time. So there's really no one around to confirm it except Little Prairie Dog, and she's MIA. Interesting. So now there's no one around to tell the story that you told in the first place, right? Interesting. Seems Victor was able to clean house, weren't you? Funny. We still got everything. You're not forgotten. Exactly. That's what I'm asking. Where is the video footage? We don't even have footage of him in the store or exiting. And there was a reason it wasn't released, wasn't it? Because Jimmy Neutron, head blocking the screen, we seen how he played it off. Crazy. You're crazy. So because of this, is caught Victor attacking now because he finally backpedaled and said, I was never there. And it was accepted? No, did one investigator ever question you? You were never questioned, weren't you? You were never questioned. You were never questioned, were you? But you were the first to break this to the media, but you were never questioned, were you? You were never questioned, were you? Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, see, Panama and Amari, I could give a break for them not being questioned because they talked to each other from afar and said they showed up a certain time. They could have left and came back. But Victor, you should have been questioned. You should have been questioned. If Scott is now on the witness list, how aren't you? Whether you took his picture or not, you still posted it. Right now, I post a picture of something as it happens here. You think they're not going to bring me in for questioning? Wait, hold on. Hold on. I post a picture of something that happened and they're at a dead end and they need answers. They're not going to bring me in for questioning? Do you see how easy that is to think through? Well, obviously they have to bring me in. So the question is, why didn't they bring you in? So would I be wrong to say allegedly, whose hand is your pocket in? Really? Or who got their hand in your pocket? Funny. Just want to put that out there because it's very weird stuff happening. And when I looked up who you were, you got a lot going on. Like, you definitely are upper echelon. You definitely are. That goes without a doubt. So whoever around you is definitely well known to a point where you could say, oh, I was never there, and get away with it. I will give you that. Exactly. Another point. Another thing about his commentary. Oh, he was laughing and smiling. Where? Where was he laughing and smiling? He was critically examining a bike with the so-called uncle. They're saying all types of stuff. I'm going to say uncle was on his phone. We see suspects walk in. That's the only video release. Why? Tell me, wherever have you seen a force that does law release a partial video? Why? Why not release? You release the full video of everything else. Why release a partial video? Here's the even crazier part. You're telling me that these guys parked a vehicle, walked in the Riva. Where's them parking their vehicle you claim? The report said a van. a SUV pulled up. When it comes to this type of stuff, there's always answers up. But here's the thing. The mastermind knows this. You break Victor, you win. If anyone breaks Victor, you win. So my question is that liability worth it? Is that liability worth it? To be real with you, let me put it this way. Victor's still in the picture. Panama's still in the picture. Amari's still in the picture. That could make or break the case, since investigators don't know how to question. They have no one to question. Yet, you give a witness list with almost 20-something people when there's an empty shop. End of story. Exposed. They want to put Czarr exposed. No, you're exposed. You're exposed. Sending dusty people to try and... Listen, do you know what I dealt with behind the scenes? Do you have a clue the type of conversations I've had? You don't have a clue. Name drop it all. He's an agent with the FBI. Let's say that is the narrative. What does that change about the way the case went? Do you get how these distractions work? It tries to point your mind somewhere else so that you can't focus on what doesn't make sense in front of you. That doesn't work. They know critical thinking, stay objective. Bottom line, you can't win. You can't beat me. I'm sorry. When it comes to a game of logic, you'll lose. You still don't even know. All this audio I have. Wait, hold on. All this audio I have. Stop playing. It's best y'all just say, oh, well, we're leaving it alone. Leave it alone. All this audio I have. Are you dumb? I can't talk about most of it, because I promised the person I wouldn't. But I'm telling you, stop. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Don't do it. Don't do it. See, there's a certain code amongst my clique. It's called, if this happens, do this. If this goes on, do that. We got certain signs. We got certain calls. I don't know who they thought I was. I don't know who they think I am. I know they want to make up their stories like, oh, that's Satan's son. That's what? You guys are idiots. How about it's CommenterNation? How about the greatest nation since United Nations? How about CommenterNation forever? How about Commenter Galaxy? Commenter Universe? How about that? TheCzarr, all rights reserved. All rights reserved forever. How about that? They try and make it everything but what they know it is. That's why we're different. That's why I move different. That's why my media is different. That's why you play. That's why I say stop playing with me. That's why I let you know. Yo, I tell you. And I don't care what anyone thinks around me. I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care. Sending distractions. Oh, you guys all do the same thing. It don't stop the movement. It don't stop the grind. It does not stop the grind. Are you serious? It doesn't stop the grind. Are you serious? What's wrong with these guys? My agents are on the job, man. They're on the job. 24/7. You guys take breaks. We're always making moves. If Agent A ain't making moves, Agent M's making moves. If Agent M ain't making moves, Agent Y's making moves. That agent, this agent. We build it like a spider web because information always works its way back to the middle. Don't you get it? I told you guys how they were. Yo, what bugs me out is I told the cops how they were going to catch the suspects. And they're looking at me. They do exactly what I said. And you guys don't still like, oh, he doesn't. It's stupid. You're dumb. I have no more answers for you. You're stupid. I even told, now watch this. September and November or October. I forget sometimes. September and November it is. Watch these guys not have done what I told them to do. Watch the lawyer literally take you all out and expose you because you don't follow directions. That's what he's going to do. I told you what he's going to do. I told you how he's going to do it. He's still going to do it. I told him you don't listen. So he's safe. Matter of fact, I told him play with it. You're not going to listen. I told him that. Thomas, I like how you're thinking. I have no comment on that right now. But I just want to say this. He's a suspect not being suspected of anything. Isn't that funny? A suspect not being suspected of anything. Have you ever heard of that? Thomas, I never heard of that. A suspect not being suspected of anything. Now that's crazy. Yes, Trina, that's crazy. A suspect being suspected of nothing. Then you got the little girls around him. Nothing happened. One taken out. And here's the thing. The guy that, quote unquote, tried to do the revival, as he called it, in my mind, I call it possibly, allegedly, finishing the job from Riva. That's what I call it. Who tries CPR off of a gunshot wound if you have any health experience? Who would ever do that? Are there any nurses in the building? Who would try CPR on a wound like that? It makes no sense. I've never heard of it. So you guys got to understand, I understood where you messed up in your stories from the jump. I gave you time to correct them. But when you skip a suspect that isn't on any list to be suspected of anything, it's telling. You tell me everything. He's scot-free. He's not just a free man. He's scot-free. He's not being considered for anything. They ran off and held down a couple of men that are going to fight their way out one way or another. They're going to fight their way out one way or another because of how the case was handled. It was done sloppy. You can't argue that. The case was done sloppy. You can't argue that with me. But at the end of the day, hey man, if you guys are good with how it ended, whatever. That's how much y'all cared. And that same, you want to know what's funny? That same respect's going to be given to you one way or another. Karma always finds its way back. I'm telling you. The same way you played with him is the same way you're going to have to see your suffering. Exactly. You'd apply pressure to the wound. I wouldn't start. Number one, it makes me think, did the Riva guy want to kiss him on the lips? Like, why would you do CPR when you got to apply pressure to the wound? And we didn't even see no one call for help. Victor couldn't even explain why he didn't use a cell phone to call for help. That's when I knew you were a caca. I was like, this guy's caca. Everyone got cell phones. The same one you recorded him, dummy. The same one you recorded him on. And you don't call for help on it? No 911 call. The reason your friend said you showed up there. You gave it up. The jig's up. The jig's up. The jig's up for the fake witnesses. Come out and tell the truth. The jig's up. Let every fake witness's page you come across, let them know the jig's up. Come out with it. What were you doing? Why'd you lie? And here's what's worse. They get you guys on the stand. They're going to get you guys on the stand, yo. And it's going to be bad because they're going to expose your story. Someone's getting cuffs for this situation. The question is, who's getting the cuffs? Someone is getting locked up for this. Someone is, yo. They're going to lock someone up for this. Question is, who? You think they're going to let this case go without someone getting arrested? Oh, oh, man, guys. I'm back with you tomorrow. But this time, I'm coming back with another subject. I'm going to get back into the subjects and the questioning and details, talking to them. That's why I wanted to run through it. Thank you, Thomas, for bringing up the stuff. That's exactly the type of stuff we're going to speak about, because I got more receipts. And the more I look at these guys, the crazier it gets, yo. It makes me wonder, what were you guys doing? And I know he ain't rock with y'all because of how y'all move. Y'all move crazy. Y'all move crazy. Shout out to the greatest nation since United Nations in the building. I'm going to get back at y'all tomorrow. You know how I rock. Your favorite rappers time, your favorite celebrities time, your favorite movie stars time, your favorite athletes time, your favorites time, your favorite moguls time. All rights reserved and attended in the building.